down to this. As the ball girls, the volunteers who have made this tournament to a success will walk onto this pitch just one more time, with tears for some, with the hair rising. They will be ones that we have to say thank you to. That song, that moment, that time, it is now. The officials are laid out that will graft in today's encounter. Referees who are teachers by profession, who have sacrificed, who have made this moment memorable. They come in with diligence, precision, and great selection. We got to thank them for what has been a wonderful tournament. We talk of 43 goals that have been scored up to this particular point. Let us have the two nations embrace their national anthems. First up will be that of Namibia, and then that of South Africa.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Namibia.
To
Well, as they shake hands, you can still feel the anthems echoing around the Peter Mokaba Stadium. South Africa's call to unity and hope, Namibia's cry of courage and pride. These songs have poured belief into every one of these players. Namibia's starting lineup is one that remains unchanged. Liana Alwindo, Zenata Coleman, Juliana Blow, Astira Angula, Unjama Kaichavo, Utusvira Kahiri, Lavisa Malunga, Inanda Pewa Katuta, Tweli Konjele Amukoto, Irene Cooper, and Melissa Matthews. The bench is one that's capable. Memory Gonda, Lorena Jusup, Nancy Libang. Now that the flags are folded away, the formalities are done. It's friendship to one side for 90 minutes. Two neighbors lifted by the words of the nation, ready to turn that motivation into tackles, runs and moments that will live long in South African football. That is the team of officials. Rose Zimba from Malawi, Clara Simango of Zimbabwe, Happiness Damba Damba of Malawi, and Anna Banda, the fourth official of Zambia. The two captains just lining up before the officials. They will want to make sure that they lead from the front. The coach is on the sidelines. When you look at the referee, that is Happiness Damba Damba, 17 years of experience as a referee, and away from football she serves as a civil servant in the Ministry of Health. This is her 8th COSAFA tournament, and the depth of experience shows in her positioning, her focus and her confidence. That is South Africa's lineup. Tabiseng Majia, Bonola Mokoma, Bongiwe Tusi, Sineku Kuzondi, Shakira O'Malley, Kutsopila, Antonio Muponya, Lona Temba Mhlongo, Nontlanhla Mthandi, Sibonga Konke Mzombe, and Tabiseng Majia. Young Casey Gordon is in goal. The bench is capable and able. Gabriela Salgado, Tori Shompela, Zoe October. Those are the names you're going to have to remember for the future tournaments. Our lady in the middle of the park, Miss Rose Zimba, and she's a teacher by profession. She brings the same calm, the same authority, the clear communication to the pitch. She's been on the FIFA panel for 2 years and holds a bachelor's degree. This is already a 4th COSAFA tournament. You can see the blend of education and experience in the way she's managed many other games, and that talks to the personalities around her. This team is ready to rumble. This team is ready to go. The brave gladiators and South Africa's Banyana Banyana. The time has come, and all the work that lies ahead is 90 minutes, if not more. And it will be the gladiators in the blue uniform that remain unchanged in this final. They will attack from the left to the right of your screen. Banyana Banyana in their familiar yellow uniform, they attacking from the right to the left of your screen. It has been that tournament, tough semi-finals, reaching to this point. Well, look at the brave gladiators. They had a bit of a stammer, they had a bit of a stutter, but today it is all put behind them. They were not given hope, but they believed that this time will come. The kickoff, of course, at 3 p.m. If you haven't joined us, it is that time for you to get all the goodies around you. Sit back, relax, as South Africa and Namibia will want to close the curtain on a wonderful tournament that has gone on without a hitch. Namibia, who lost their second game, that was to Madagascar in what many termed the shock of the tournament. They won against Mozambique by 2-0. They shocked Zambia, defeating them by 1-0. A goal that was scored in such a manner that Zambia could not respond. And that is the character of the team that is out here tonight. It's a throw-in, and Namibia will send a long ball forward to try and get behind South Africa's defense with Zenata Coleman, who all she wanted was to play in the final. and she got her dream as Tabiseng Magia, who's led the line for South Africa. 4 changes in this lineup. Bonono Mokoma gets us first start. Sbongagong get Mzambe in the first start. Beats Kutso Pila in the first start, and so is Bongiwe Tusi. There's a player who's remained down, Sineku Kuzondi, the UWC player who's played 270 minutes to this particular point, going clashing into Zanata Coleman, her 4th appearance in this tournament. She's still down and receiving a treatment. Sineku Zondi, UWC is where she is currently applying her services as a bowler. Well, she'll be ready to come back, full of tenacity, full of resilience, and it will be a drop ball. And Tonya Maponya in the left back position, Sineguku on the right have been fantastic. Kutso Pila, calm, personified defensively. Maponya, who's been fantastic in that defense and ever reliable. Well, Waka Waka, that is Shakira Tatum O'Malley. She too has silenced the doubting Thomases. Bongiwe Tusi expected to bring in that pace on the right-hand side, looking for her teammates in Bonolo. Switch up play, looking for Magia, intercepted by Namibia. The ball is in the air. Cooper looking to find the lanky Alwindo, player who activates the players around her. Shakira will just touch that, but there was a clumps of an offside and the flag going up. We talk to the coaches of the 2 sides as we have a look at that ball. I'll leave you to decide on whether or not the decision was one to talk about. There's Dr. Desiree Ellis, who has imposed her philosophy, which is to build up, to keep the ball, to look after the ball, and make sure that the possession is used to great effect. Well, Pinky, who built up to this match, giving a wonderful insight, has now doubled up and joined me in the commentary booth, and she will analyze this match as we go on. So Pinky is in line to give us just her views when we look at the 2 sides in terms of the formations and the approach.
So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, Namibia, they compacting that midfield. They just want to close down South Africa because they know they're capable of playing that ball, you know, playing possessional football. So they're trying to close them down before anything can happen.
Well, here's a moment, South Africa pressing a little high as Bongiwe Tusi, who looks to find Nonhlanhla Mthandi, Sineku Kuzondi. Good ball rotation. Kutso Pila on the ball, with spaces in the middle of the park, looking for Lona Temba Mhlongo. It is Mzobe, and just an eye off the ball from Lona Temba Mhlongo, but not that many bodies to look for in the blue shirt. South Africa win that ball back very easily. Magia with the good turn. Ball just trickles over the line.
Yeah, Magia is known for her explosiveness, you know, taking on players. So, good player to be looked for.
Well, here's O'Malley. We've given a name. She is Waka Waka baby, Shakira. Well, you'll remember the Waka Waka song for the 2010 sung by Shakira, and that's how the name came about. Bongiwe Tusi looking for Bonolo. Bonolo, Mokoma, Tusi battling it away with Ali Kwanjelo. Picked up by Lona Temba, picked up by Nonhlanhla Mthandi. Sineguku out to the left. Antonia Maponya delivers into the box, and it's tidied up. Here's Zanata Coleman, beaten to the ball, and a strike from distance, pretty hopeful to catch Melissa Matthews.
I must say, Banyana is looking pretty good, especially when they try to expose the Namibian midfielder when they play the ball, to feet and not losing the ball quite often.
Well, some fascinating contrast. The host adjusting and rotating to find the perfect formula. The underdogs trusting the exact group that got them here in a game of fine margins. As this approach is one whether we ask ourselves if it will give us the result we are all hoping for. Not sure who your money is on as we look at Coach Leslie Kakuva, who's been a revelation in women's football. Coleman spotting the ball. Peeler picks it up, smothers it. Mistake made in South Africa's defense, but recovery has been immediate. Magia. Again, the ball goes out of play. So Thabiseng Magia, Mamelodi Sundowns striker. She's got a goal in this tournament. 4th appearance thus far. Player goes down on it's Bokoma Lavisa. The Lava. She plays for FC Ongos. Is Mulunga Lavisa, the 31-year-old. She's been ever present for Namibia. That ball threaded through, and just a push from the back, taking out the legs of Bonolo Mokoma. JVW, youngster at 18. There's Melissa Matthews. She plays for NDP Mighty Gunners. Been in the polls for every minute of every match. So Melissa Matthews. So it's a free kick to Banyana. Sinekuku delivers. Header away inside the box. O'Malley, who has taken that position. Lona Temba looking to send that ball up front. Picked up by Maponya. Isn't she fantastic? Isn't she lovely? Well, I'm not trying to sing, but just trying to give the praises of a player deserving on the field. Here is the goal poacher. She'll go up for everything on offer. She was menacing in the previous game, Pinky.
Outstanding player. She commands that defense very well. She communicates very well. And, what an outstanding player she is.
Well, picked up by Cooper. Good touch. Katuta Ndapewa. Tweli Konjele. South Africa pick it up. Mzobe on the receiving end. Bongiwe Tusi's remained out wide. Will keep the ball. Play the music. Lonatemba Mhlongo plays it back to O'Malley. O'Malley threads it, looking for Mzobe. Mzobe on the ball. Sinekuku. Ball for Magia. If played well, could let rip. It's picked up again by Nonhlanhla Mthandi. Out to the right. Sinekuku will bring it back. Sinekuku will bring it back. She has Mthandi, who's being nibbled at like a chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
So Nonhlanhla Mthandi, our lucky charm. Well, that's the nickname she gets for this tournament. Lucky charm. Here's Coleman, celebrated in Namibia by sports-loving people. Look at the pace of Katuta Ndapewa. You will never say she's 40 years of age.
Oh my goodness.
She's played every single minute. Katuta Ndapewa. Here's the ball. Being hacked away by Kai Javi. Unonjamo. She was one of my players in the previous match. I looked at and thought, what a performance. What an innings. But here she is, given the same task. Here's Mzobe. Showing some skill at the expense. And Bonolo Mokoma just running into an offside position. Yeah, she was all alone. That is one area of a game that she needs to work on.
Exactly.
Gets into good positions,
exactly,
but no timing.
I think that's one player that we yet to see more of her. She's got the speed, she's got the finishing, but she always finds herself at the back of, you know, the defensive line.
Amukoto Tweli Konjele, third appearance in this match, plays for Komas Nampo in Namibia. She goes down and wins a free kick. Maponya, good header, picked up by Mzobe. As far as Coleman, Juliana Blow is Namibia with a chance over the top, looking to find a window. As Namibia with belief, Lovisa pickpocketed by Nonhlanhla Mthandi. Yes, Bonolo looking to release Magia. Coleman first to the ball. Pila a little slow in responding. Coleman goes down. Her experience is in abundance. She's played in Spain. She's played in Cyprus at the moment. And one of Namibia's exports, or fine exports, in the women's game.
What an amazing player she is. You know, she really commands that middle fielder.
Well, here's young Casey Gordon, whose heroics in the penalty shootout got us this far. Ball away by South Africa. Magia will give chase. Coleman will tidy up. She's all over the park. Juliana Blow. Ball goes out for a throw-in.
Namibia is saying to Banyana, we're not going to sit back and watch them play, you know, that possessional football. They're trying to pump those balls, you know, threatening the South African defense.
Well, the free kick. And it's Coleman on the receiving end. Got some miracles played to do the job. Sinekuku on the far side, combining with Bongiwe Tusi. Available is Nonhlanhla Mthandi. She has 3 players around her, but still wins the ball. Referee says, let's go on. Rose, absolutely fantastic. Staying on her feet, could have allowed advantage. She left 2 players in the dust, put the accelerator and said, let's go forward.
Yep, she really said, look, we're going forward here. Look at her, taking 2 players on.
Showing her strength and resilience. Nonhlanhla Lucky Charm Mthandi. Mamelodi Sundowns is proud to have you in their books. She knows she could have let me go.
Exactly.
Let me go.
The fourth official.
Broke the momentum.
Exactly.
So 14 minutes on the clock. 0-0 is the scoreline. Zondi to whip that ball in with 4 fouls to South Africa and 1 to Namibia. Ball is inside the box, needs a header. Mali seems to be given that instruction to make her way. Players continue to slip and slide. And just out of your picture in the big box is a player down. It looks like Kaijavi or Nonjamo. We'll wait to see who that is. But she somewhat gives the signal. And she took a bit of an elbow from Alwindo. Well, she's up. She's raring to go. Young 19-year-old NDF Mighty Gunners player. This is her second game. Came into the match with only 90 minutes. And that was the 90 minutes she earned from the previous encounter. Blow with the lovely hairstyle. Picked up. Magia will try and make something of it. Maponya, return ball that goes outside. Magia probably getting a little bit frustrated with those balls that go out on that flank. And a bit of pushing there. Referee just allowing the free kick in favor of Namibia.
I think Magia should just a little bit, just be careful of that line, you know?
She's too close to the line, maybe a couple of steps in to the midfield, drifting a little bit, because she does tend to take the ball and go
far
out.
away.
Pila. Well, South Africa reaching to this particular point from Group A. They were the winners of that group. And they started off with a tough match between them and Malawi, winning that one by 2-0. Ball stopped from the left side. It was Ndapewa Katuta who's got to deal with the Bongiwe Tusi. They went on to win with the same scoreline against Angola, not conceding. Then a bit of a shocker, a damper, playing a draw with Lesotho of 1-1. And a tight one against Zimbabwe, which 90 minutes was not enough. Had to go to the lotteries, locked at 1-1 apiece. And it had to take extra time for them to book a spot in this final. So it's been hard work. There's nothing that's been easy.
Okay, absolutely. I think South Africa had to dig deep, you know, to really find themselves, especially after the draw and
look, they played an extra game
yes.
than Namibia.
Okay.
Namibia went Group C.
Yes.
They only had 3 teams in Group C. The other groups had 4 games each. And if you've got to look at the semi-final, that's the 4th game. So South Africa's played an extra game and were stretched in the semi-final. Ball over the top, looking for Bonolo. Giving chase, she's battling with Lovisa. Lovisa not playing the ball, but playing the man. And ultimately, it is a throw-in for Namibia. She is the captain on the day, is Lovisa Mulungu. South Africa's ball. Referee just talking to Juliana Blow, talking to Lovisa and to Nonhlanhla Mthandi. Magia looking to turn in. Has the range to find O'Malley, runs into trouble. Amukota playing it back with Katuta. Picked up, this time it's a window, dropping a little deep. Coleman waiting. Peeler just stops that ball in its tracks. Mzobe. Bongiwe Tusi. JVW super proud with the number of players that are on the pitch from JVW. Bongiwe Tusi, Bonolo Mukoma from JVW, and young Casey Kim Gordon. You look at UWC, they also have a good representation. Antonia Maponya, you've got Shakira O'Malley, you also have Lona Temba Mhlongo. Those are the players from UWC. Mamelodi Sundowns, I'll be failing not to mention their contribution. Tabiseng Magia, Nonhlanhla Mthandi, Kutso Pila. Well, it seems like it's been a fair distribution, almost 3 players each, and then you have the outlier, which is Mzobe from UJ.
I really agree with you. You know, we have a well-balanced team where we have players from different teams as well, you know, giving opportunities to some of these teams who are doing very well in
the Hollywood bets. Yep. There's our window. Juliana Blow did well to keep it in play. Our window. Bonolo, good turn. Needs a good delivery. Tries to cut back in. Magia looking for the numbers, but good defensive work by the Namibians. Maponya threads it through. Bonolo! Beauty! Had the goalkeeper in 6s and 7s. Hands off the head, I agree. But it would have been a blinder of a goal. She's telling the goalkeeper, I'm coming back. Antonio Maponya. Well, the crowd found their voices after that moment.
Oh, they really did. I found myself shivering as a little bit, you know, Makoma taking that shot, you know.
That is what you want to see more of. Coleman wins it back for the Gladiators. All the way to a keeper. just to release the pressure momentarily. Ball at the back. Mulonga, who looks at Katuta. Katuta finds Hamakoto. O'Malley. Amakoto, Tweli Konjela. Katuta on the ball. Ball trickles over the line for a throw-in. That will be a South Africa's throw-in. Have a look at the earlier ball. It was Maponya giving Bonolo something to work with. And didn't she do something great with it? But find the back of the net.
Absolutely.
That's
amazing.
when you want to just pick up the goalpost and lift it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Great 10, 4 players on her, and
Still flashed the shot.
absolutely.
Tusi. A push. Coming from the back. Free kick to Banyana. The numbers are there. Pikinini is there. Not Molokesane. Now that's the quality South Africa has. Figile Magama. Andile Dlamini will be known to lead the line when it comes to the singing and dancing.
At some point, I thought she had an album that was coming out. The way she sings a lot, it.
Well. Blow. Magia. Maponya. Oh, the referee doesn't like the challenge on Juliana Blow. She blows a whistle for the infringement. The free kick. Kairiri. Utozevira. So communicating very well with the defense. O'Malley. And the offside flag is there to break up play. Irene Yvonne Cooper, the FC Ongos player, quite menacing, workaholic. Pila playing with Casey, a player who loves to leave a line. One thing they have done is try to close out on Nhlanhla Mthandi. First player to the ball. There's Maponya looking to thread that ball. Bonolo, ball kept in play. Now, Gloria, the ball had trickled over the line. Whether the full circumference of the ball had gone out from the position where I'm at, can't tell. So I'll give the referee the benefit of the doubt, or the assistant referee. Here's Holweni and Makhulula, Miss October. They too assisting with the hydration. Young Torisho in the mix. The day this player realized the potential that she has, I think South Africa will have a gem.
Absolutely. I mean,
here's that moment of Bonolo. Oh, my golly. Would have been a beauty.
what a strike.
Oh, absolutely. Peeled away from the defender. They gave her the space. You cannot. That is criminal, as Rhoda says. You're a criminal if you give so much space to a striker.
You can't allow to give them so much space. They will.
Well, the temperatures tell the story. The temperatures tell the story that it is a scorcher out there. It's an afternoon that the players will want to navigate with great caution, and so would the technical bench, and maybe just a player management over time, bringing on a fresh pair of legs from the 18th of February to the 1st of March. That's a long time.
Yeah, that's been a long time. I think now the legs are giving up, but the ladies, they've been pretty good, carrying on, doing what they need to do, showing case of beautiful football that we've been witnessing.
Yeah, well, been part of this tournament, the early mornings, and making sure that everything is on point. So the ambassadors have been hard at work, going to schools, ensuring that they spread the word and continue the development. And we get to see Nonhlanhla Mthandi going down on the ground. There's a battle there with Amokoto, the 27-year-old. Nonhlanhla stayed down, ordered with the captain's armband, and a yellow card for Amokoto Twelikonjele. Well, there are some awards after this tournament, individual awards that will be given. You've got goalkeeper of the tournament, you've got the top goal scorer, you also have the player of the tournament. Maybe we should bring in defender of the tournament, midfielder of the tournament, because I tend to struggle that top goal scorer does not score these goals without the midfielders, without the defenders. And if we're celebrating that fact, let us also celebrate the individuals who contribute to the goal scoring numbers that are on display. And I'm sure those are things that as we go on with the championship, they will be looked at by the respective adjudicators.
Absolutely, that's why it's a collective sport, you know.
Absolutely. There's a Nonhlanhla Mthandi showing some fancy footwork. Maponya picked up by Lonatemba. Bonolo, who is just pushed out of the way by Angola Astira. Here's Nonhlanhla Mthandi. Ball in between the two keepers, quickly off a line. Tusi was asking the questions.
Great pocket pot from Matanda there, spotting that player, you know, giving that run, but unfortunately that was too much.
Oh yeah, the ball goes out. It's a throw-in. South Africa's bench just warming up at the bottom right of your screen. Players like Isabel Ludwig. Those are soldiers ready to come on. Regina Makulula. Gabriela Bekelebeke Salgado. She too is one whom we could see a couple of minutes on the field. So a throw-in for the Namibian outfit.
Throw into South Africa.
Bonolo eventually comes out, finds Lonatemba. Oh, that was an important stop by Mulunga. Picked up by Lovisa. Angola Asteria in that midfield. Well, just running into the path of Bongiwe Tusi is Twelikonjele. Being sandwiched. She's got to be careful. She's on a yellow card. Is Amukoto. She's frustrated. Is Bongiwe Tusi. Angola Asteria holding her shoulder there. 30 minutes on the clock. Namibia 0, South Africa 0.
I must say Namibia is really doing a good job in terms of their defensive line. You know, frustrating South Africa not to penetrate that midfield the way they usually do.
Ball in the air, and Mhlongo wins it back. His Pila releases Mthandi. Maponya ever available. The trusted Lonatemba. Twelikonjele is on her like a rash. Lonatemba. And that's a big chase by Magia. But Kaijavi watched that right up to the end.
Something that Namibia is doing well.
Tambi, the earlier effort, looking to send Magia on her way. There's another player that's gone down. Looks like Katuta. Well, the battle for the brave gladiators is out. Inandapewa Katuta. An unchained side is bound to give us some sort of concern, more so the coach, as they've had little time to rest as they were in the semi-finals, and then bringing on the same players into the side. It's a big ask, and Namibia for the moment are down to 10 players, Katuta being medicated outside the field of play, and maybe a finger that went into the eye. It's a drop ball to South Africa. Sinekuku Zondi, Nonhlanhla Mthandi brings in Kutsopila, Antonia Maponya, Nonhlanhla Mthandi, good rotation, Lonathemba Mhlongo, good touch, lack of information, Zanata Coleman, Mzobe runs into Coleman, stops her in her tracks. Coleman struggling. You can see this is exactly what I'm talking about. The players there. Oh, she fell pretty hard. But you can see the fight in Zanata Coleman.
Yeah, and you can also see the tiredness of the players. But we appreciate, you know, these players going out there and giving their all. And I'm pretty sure that coaches should be, you know, very proud of this that side.
Zondi, Magia dropping a bit deep. Intercepted by Namibia. Picked up, here is Alwindo. Pila. Antonia will tie up for South Africa. Throw in. O'Malley calling for the ball. Zondi with acres of space. O'Malley's got plenty of that. Doesn't it look good when they rotate the ball similarly to that of the Namibians? But South Africa doesn't allow them that much time on the ball. Here's Bonolo. She'll give chase. She has Mulunga with her. Good interception by Mulunga.
Magia looks really good when she comes in and play that one touch.
And takes the ball and goes forward. Yeah, she loves running into space.
So do you think perhaps she should stay inside a bit?
And she needs to maybe run from deep, carry the ball forward.
Yeah.
She's really shown glimpses. Yes, Bonolo. This time not giving her much space. And it's Mzobe that gets the last touch. 35 minutes on the clock. Namibia 0, South Africa 0.
Mzobe, the KZN born player, she's been very instrumental, you know, showing character and holding balls and not losing so many balls.
Well, KZN has really brought in some wonderful players. Oguhle Khoza, to name some. You remember the Shamase twins, also very good, skillfully, and they will continue to produce those kind of players, great ball players. And you go back to time and remember players like Veronica Pewa. They come from the KZN. You cannot not mention players of such caliber.
Absolutely. Talking about Veronica Pewa, she sent me a text yesterday. She was saying, yo, Mganuam, Uzobe, did you see her playing?
Wow,
yeah.
That's fantastic. Still keeping an eye on the game. Veronica Pewa, great striker. Combination with Japi. There's Sinekuku Zondi. Tidied up and sent forward by Utuzivira. Ball in the box! Brilliant! Predator! It is Thabisang Majia, left unmarked in the box. The celebrations go on. Thabisang Majia, a manna from heaven, a gift. And this being her second goal in the tournament. Thabisang Majia. It was a mistake made. Kairiri. And ball whipped in. Header from Lavisa. First time touch. Ball into the back of the net. A lack of communication between Matthews and Lovisa Malunga. Gifting South Africa the first goal.
That was a gift. She said, take it. Majia said, I'm welcoming it. Poor communications, like you said, Gloria, from the goalkeeper and the player. I mean, the player doesn't see what's happening. The goalkeeper has more a vision of what's happening around, but she doesn't say anything.
With their backs against the wall, how do they respond? They had worked diligently defensively. They had frustrated Banyana until that particular moment. But bearing in mind that, as the coach says, defenders win you championships and strikers win you games. That's what he said. The defense making a mistake, that could be the difference. But there's plenty of time left. They have another half. They've got about 7 minutes to the break, plus referee's optional time. And the fans have found their voice one more time.
I mean, you cannot take ease of the team like Namibia. The last game, they show us Flames, where they came in the second half, they scored the winning goal and a winning game.
Well, absolutely. Here's Coleman, closed down by Mshongo. Showing too much of the ball as Juliana Blow. Here's the goal scorer. She has Maponya in her support. Maponya eventually forcing Coleman to make the challenge. That ball goes out. It's a throw in to Banyana. As we reach the 40-minute mark, you will see very often the goalkeepers will tell you to switch on. You'll look at the technical bench and tell you to focus. Majia on the receiving end. She's holding a knee. And a bit of a clip on the foot. South Africa with a free kick. Still feeling the pains of that challenge. That is Mzobe. Joining Sinekuku on this right side. The two short, nimble players that have been fantastic for South Africa. Not the tallest of players, that's definitely not South Africa's character or DNA. But put the ball on the ground, you'll get to see the quality. High ball. Waka Waka was intended to impose herself. Tusi. Ball's in the air and away by Mulunga. Coleman giving chase, and goalkeeper just allows the ball to trickle in front of her. Bright red outfit. Tandi. Sinekuku. Ball just falls to the Namibian player in the middle of the park. Here's Juliana Blow, looking for the return ball from Zanata Coleman. She's pressed. Well, Majia is one goal short to be joint goal scorer with a few other players. There's about 3 players. Irene Kumalo, Desiree Charles of Malawi. Well, we'll get to share the statistics with you in a moment or so. But 2 goals in the bag. Well, Rutendo Makore is also in that mix. So it's up to Magia if she wants to take the golden boot. I'm not sure how will 4 or 5 players share this golden boot if they all end up on 3 goals apiece. Zanata Coleman looking to whip this through with pace, precision, and poison. Here's Coleman, got strike up the ball, but it just went over the bar. 3 minutes to go to the 45. 3 minutes to go to the 45, plus referee's optional time. South Africa in the driving seat. It hasn't been easy. It takes the mistakes that are forced to get you over the line. It's played short. Zonga O'Malley using a goalkeeper. Well, here's the goal scorers there with 3 goals apiece. Rutendo Makori, Kumalo, Deborah Henry, Mahotsa Maloisi, and well, Tabiseng Magia in the chasing pack. She's got 2. Bonolo giving chase. Coleman looking to keep that ball in play, does well. Kutsopila. And for the first time, picking up those frailties between the 2 players, lack of communication, hesitant in who's taking responsibility, and for Alwindo, maybe a little bit of patience would have paid off.
Yep, I think she had ample time there to look up, take one touch, and probably lay the ball from the players who are coming from deep end.
Tusi does well to keep that ball in play. Tandi, Bonolo, Nonchance, Tusi making that run, looking to cut in. She has Katuta. Good ball, picks up the availability of Nontlantla. Antonia Maponya, Magia asking for it. There's an opportunity for Bonolo. Mokoma! Stopped in her tracks. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think that was offside. Bonolo coming from the middle. Let's have a look at that in the replay. Without fear or favor. One decision. That's a poor one, I must add. Have a look. She's in line with that player. There you go.
Yep.
There's a player that plays her on the far side. It looks like it is Katuta Ndapewa.
Unfortunate there.
We'll try again.
Yep. Good play by Bonolo though.
Bonolo, good skip over, looking for Mzabe. Mhlongo. Sinekuku. Tusi. Having to deal with 2 players. And that time the flag goes up. And it is an offside for South Africa. 3 minutes are to be added to the half. Taken off the chest very nicely by the Lucky Charm. Pushed away and pushed off the ball. Alwindo. Foot up. Oh, on the knee. She knew that was horrible. And here's Magia. Bonolo skipping over that. In actual fact, in this move, Mzabe was supposed to meet the ball. She ran away from the ball. And South Africa looking to have some interesting runs, but the telepathy not coming off in that particular moment. Dr. Des and co. Looking to get Mtandi on her feet. What a motivator. as the offside. She comes on side looking for that backward run in between the defenders. If you draw that line, use the grass. The color of the grass will show you exactly who's in an advanced position. And from where you are, you can actually tell that there was a player playing on, looked like Katuta in that particular move.
Yep. It's times like this where VAR could come into play. You know.
Well, to be fair, VAR, for the first time it came to South Africa, was with the women's senior game. And I mean, we were braving and raving and ranting about it, and happy only to use it. I think, with the head of referees, Mr. Felix, putting together a fantastic team of Letitia Vieira of Eswatini was involved. Tusi Mukoma, foot up, but had a back it to the player, wasn't able to see Lovisa coming close in. There you go, the earlier move, had a foot up, and then defender from behind putting the head in. Well, good to see that young Bunolo Mukoma just offering a hand, making sure the player is fine. Medical team is quick to help her up. A little size 6 to the face. And a yellow card. It baffles me, but nevertheless, Bunolo Mukoma, yellow card. I think her eyes were firmly focused on the ball and the defender coming from behind with the header. How are you to see that? But look, I guess we get to look at it from a commentator's perspective. Referee has got different eagle eyes with her support on the touchline, with Ms. Simanga as well as Ms. Banda. So we've played the 3 minutes. The referee could blow a whistle any minute now. Ball played short, charged. There's Nonhlanhla. Well, over the top, Pila reads it very well. Takes it off the chest. There's Nonhlanhla. Winning the header is Lovisa. That's the last bit of action in the first 45 minutes. Referee Rose Zimba of Eswatini keeping an eye on this match with some good precision, calm and dedication. And O'Malley and young Casey Gordon have been playing with great comfort and ease. It's Katuta, Angula and Awindo that are being very, very forceful. Well, the scoreline after the first 45 minutes is the one at the bottom of your screen. South Africa in the driving seat, supported by the statistics there, and shots on target, goal attempts, 0 shots for Namibia. Well, that's how it ends after 45. You'll want a better second half.
First teams to score.
Be in the game.
Bongiwe Tusi looking for Bonolo. Bonolo, Mokoma, Tusi battling it away with Alit Kwanjelo. Picked up by Lona Temba. Picked up by Nonhlanhla Mthandi. Sinegugu out to the left. Antonia Maponya delivers into the box and it's tidied up. Here's Anata Coleman beaten to the ball and a strike from distance. Pretty hopeful to catch Melissa Matthews.
I must say Banyana is looking pretty good, especially when they try to expose the Namibian midfielder, when they play the ball, you know, to feet and not losing the ball quite often.
Did well to keep it in play, Alwindo. Bonolo, good turn. Needs a good delivery. Tries to cut back in. Magia looking for the numbers, but good defensive work by the Namibians. Maponya threads it through. Bonolo! Beauty! Had the goalkeeper in 6s and 7s. Have a look at the earlier ball. It was Maponya giving Bonolo something to work with. And didn't she do something great with it? But find the back of the net.
Absolutely.
That's
amazing.
when you want to just pick up the goalpost and lift it up a little bit. There's Sinekuku Zondi. Tidied up and sent forward by Utu Zavira. Ball in the box! Brilliant! Predator! It is a Thabisang Magia left unmarked in the box. The celebrations go on. Thabisang Magia, a manna from heaven, a gift. And this being her second goal in the tournament. Thabisang Magia. It was a mistake made. Kairiri. And ball whipped in. Header from Lovisa. First time touch. Ball into the back of the net. A lack of communication between Matthews and Lovisa Malunga. Gifting South Africa the first goal.
That was a gift. She said, take it. Magia said, I'm welcoming it. Poor communications, like you said, Gloria, from the goalkeeper and the player. I mean, the player doesn't see what's happening. The goalkeeper has more vision of what's happening around, but she doesn't say anything.
Rutendo Mokori, Kumalo, Deborah Henry, Mahotsa Maloisi, and well, Thabisang Magia in the chasing pack. She's got two. Bonolo giving chase. Coleman looking to keep that ball in play, does well. Kutsopila. And for the first time, picking up those frailties between the two players, lack of communication, hesitant in who's taking responsibility. And for Alwindo, maybe a little bit of patience would have paid off.
Yep. I think
Hacking that ball.
she had ample time there to look up, take one touch.
Good ball. Picks up the availability of Nonhlanhla. Antonia Maponya. Magia asking for it. There's an opportunity for Manolo. Mokoma! Stopped in the tracks. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think that was offside. Manolo coming from the middle. Let's have a look at that in the replay. Without fear or favor. One decision. That's a poor one, I must add. Have a look. She's in line with that player. There you go.
Yep.
There's a player that plays her on the far side. It looks like it is Katuta Ndapewa.
Unfortunate there.
Involved. Tusi. Mukoma. Foot up, but had a back to the player. Wasn't able to see Lovisa coming close in. There you go. The earlier move. Had a foot up and then defender from behind putting the head in. Well, good to see that young Manolo Mukoma just offering a hand, making sure the player is fine. Medical team is quick to help her up. A little size 6 to the face. And a yellow card. It baffles me, but nevertheless, Manolo Mukoma, yellow card. I think her eyes were firmly focused on the ball and the defender coming from behind with the header. How are you to see that? But look, guess we get to look at it from a commentator's perspective. Referee has got different eagle eyes with her support on the touchline, with Ms. Simanga as well as Ms. Banda Banda. So we've played the 3 minutes. The referee could blow a whistle any minute now. Ball played short, charged is Nonhlanhla. All over the top. Pila reads it very well. Takes it off the chest. There's Nonhlanhla. Winning the header is Lovisa. That's the last bit of action in the first 45 minutes. Referee Rose Zimba of Eswatini keeping an eye on this match with some good precision, calm and dedication. And O'Malley and young Casey Gordon. Welcome back to the Peter Mokaba Stadium, where South Africa led by a goal to nil in this COSAFA Women's Championship final. If you are just joining us, Banyana have had the edge, more of the ball, more control, and they made it count with that opener. A ball that appeared to be harmless, and with only a single goal in it, Namibia's brave gladiators are very much alive in this contest. 45 massive minutes still to come, and the next goal could completely change the story of this final. It is Namibia in the blue that will get the half underway, attacking from right to left, and South Africa in the yellow. And immediately Zanata gives possession away. There's Bonolo, a goal that was scored by Ntabiseng Magia. There's Tusi just losing out. Katuta Ndapewa tidying up. Coleman has company. Cooper has been available in the middle of the park. We'll just confirm the changes for you. Juliana Blow has come in and stabilized the winger, Asteria Angula. And the ball just goes out for a throw-in. Well, it's Millicent Hikwam that's come in for Tweli Konjele. Millicent is just filled into the pocket, and I think the coach being very cautious with the Amukoto Tweli Konjele on a yellow card. Headed away by O'Malley, and that is Ndapewa Katuta looking for that early goal that will bring them back into this match. 40 years of age is Ina Ndapewa Katuta. So 2 changes made by Namibia. Hanavi also coming on for a window up front. So 2 changes made by Namibia. El window was given away, and so did Amukoto. Lovisa Mulunga will have to take control on the pitch. Plongo gets a second opportunity. Bonolo Mokoma. Bit of a hospital pass there from Bonolo Mokoma, but fortunately the last touch coming off a blue jersey, it will give Ms. Zondi the opportunity to take the throw in.
I must say we haven't seen a lot of Alwendo in this encounter. You know, she's been very pivotal throughout the tournament, but you know, in this encounter she hasn't been showing herself more.
Maponya, Magia, good return ball. Maponya twisting and turning, looking for a way through, and the free kick goes Namibia way. Free kick goes Namibia way. It's defending from the back is Mzobe.
Mzobe, not a nasty player, you know. Most of the time we find her tackles are not so harmful.
Well, it is Namibia that firstly need to find the equalizer. Miss Coleman. Foot up. Miss Coleman with an opportunity. Looking for a quick 1-2. Millicent Hikwam has come in. It's again picked up by Mzobe. Magia on the run. Lovisa gets there ahead of her. Picked up by Angula. O'Malley finds Pila. Namibia's come out of the break with a lot more purpose, more fight. Katuta on the ball, looking for a play on the blind side. And that was a connection made by Coleman. Doesn't get a hold of it. They should not give Zanata Coleman much room or space.
Oh, no. Don't give her space. She will show you flames. But I think with the introduction of Hikami, you know, she made such a difference, especially in the middle, where her combination with Coleman is very, very pivotal.
Oh, Hikwam. Prior to this match, Hikwam had played just 2 minutes. My apologies, Hikwam, who hadn't seen that much of the action. Yeah, 149 minutes. She's got a goal as Hikwam, and played or contributed to 2 games, this being her 3rd appearance. As Agula goes down, free kick is given. It's almost around the halfway line. Hanavi, another one of those changes made by the coach. Played short. Antonio gets that ball, the bounce, into the hands of Gordon. Before this match, Hanavi had just played about 68 minutes, and she's been asked to change this game, turn it on its head, get Namibia back in it, and that will be done through an equalizer, failing which South Africa could get that insurance goal. Cooper goes down, and referee was trying to play the advantage, didn't come off, and Cooper has remained on the ground. A little bit of a nibble, and Sinekuku knew exactly what she was doing in that moment. And the players just grimacing in pain for the moment, but good to see her up and about. Played short. Yes, Cooper on the ball. Sinekuku driving backwards. Another free kick, and Zanata goes down. Lonatemba Mhlongo also on the receiving end is Lonatemba Mhlongo. And it is the momentum that took her right through. She also got injured in the process. So an opportunity here for Namibia to pull one back if played right. 4 players have been asked by Casey to protect the left-hand side while she looks after the right-hand side. The press from the break has been quite inviting. As Coleman could go for the left-hand side, get that ball over the wall. Again, the decisions that have got to be made. Coleman, she has 6 blue jerseys in there. Got to be careful for the counter-attack. So Coleman against Gordon, and that's the save made by the keeper. In a moment, I thought that ball was gone in.
I thought it was going, it went in.
Had a bit of a swerve. Ball going in, and keeper was going to the left, and we called her the black cat. We continue to call her the golden cat this time around.
Oh, definitely.
The bounce of the ball was a bit deceiving in that particular moment. And Casey Gordon is writing her name in the stars right now.
Yep. She's raising her hand to Coach Des and say, here I am, see me.
You had Juliana Blow. We know what she can do. She had the opportunity to press the goalkeeper. Here's Bongiwe Tusi looking for the return ball. Lonatemba Mhlongo. He has a mistake made. Chance! Beautiful equalizer! 1-1 is the scoreline.
Game on.
And a brilliant play by Hanavi. Mistake made by South Africa in the defense. The equalizer needed no second invitation. Hanami getting on to score the score sheet.
Sure.
1-1. We spoke of the press. Bongiwe Tusi losing out, playing the ball short with Lona Temba Mhlongo, and 3 against 2, spotting the keeper off a line, and that was sent with love all the way into the net.
What an introduction from Hanavi.
Brilliant.
Brilliant
piece of play.
Yo, I can see Coach Des getting frustrated there with the goalkeeper, with, you know, the Mikey not being fast enough.
Well, this is what finals are about. They led for most parts and have invited Namibia back in it. 1-1 it is. Hanavi bringing new ideas. Bonolo chipping the goalkeeper. How does South Africa respond to this? Bonolo on the ball, trying to chip, keeper and all, not coming off.
Unlucky there, unlucky.
Majia. Bonolo goes down and gets the free kick. Similar position to that of Namibia. So they're pushing up the players. And it will be maybe Snekuku or Mzobe that are allowed to take the free kick. Can Melissa Matthews keep Namibia in it? The changes have made a difference. And when you look at the players that have come on from the bench, Hanavi, one of them, got the goal. Hikwam came into the middle and given them the bite.
Stabilized that midfield, yes.
So Shakira is in trouble. And she takes her punishment and says, I'm going to do it again.
And she did it. And she did it. The
Julia
keeper was out.
Played short. Ball in. O'Malley rises highest. Juliana Blow gives chase. Kairiri. Ball blocked by Sinekuku. Mzobe got the ball, looking to turn in. Ball goes out, and a goal kick it is. There's an opportunity for South Africa to bring a change. It's a double change. And the player to come in, to go out is Bongiwe Tusi and Torisho, Bella, Sponka Gonke Mzobe, and Isabel Ludwig. This time the coach not wasting too much of time in making those changes. Torisho's pace will be of concern. Hikwam. So the battle is on between Hikwam and Nonhlanhla Mthandi. Katuta Ndapewa looking for Coleman. Here's Torisho getting her first touch. Being pushed out of play. Ball will be recycled by Namibia. We have, as this match quickly is almost reaching the 1 hour mark, a story on our hands. 1-1 the scoreline at the new Peter Mokaba Stadium. Laponya, Pila goes down, and the referee was very quick to respond in that moment. and being clipped on the ankles by Juliana. That gives South Africa the free kick. Torisho. Under pressure from Cooper, kept in play. O'Malley under pressure. Here's the goal scorer, looking to lay that ball back, and wrong positioning altogether from Juliana Blow. Is Isabel Ludwig, Mamelodi Sundowns midfielder, looking for the return ball. Ball goes out of play. And, I think that was needless. And, Magia could have just been a lot quicker off the mark. That's the earlier chance, and Hanavi just playing that ball back and looking for Juliana Blow. And, she getting a connection. That ball just trickling furthest away. With 1 hour on the dot, Namibia and South Africa are locked at 1-1 apiece.
What do you think of Ludwig playing on the left wing? Because usually she would be very pivotal, especially in the middle field. Because she's a bit slow, you know, she controls the ball very well. But,
well, she'll probably find a way in the middle in no time. Here's Torisho giving chase and beaten to the ball by Katuta. Torisho firmly focused on the ball. And here's a moment in the defense of Namibia. It's hacked away. Ball hangs in the air. Kutsopila looking to send it forward. But, maybe this game needs a Zoe October that will come in, put her foot on the ball, knock it about. Running into trouble, but does well to find a way out. Here's Antonia. Bonolo peeling away. Bonolo! Keeper comes out. Quickly off a line. Ball taken down the chest. Cooper. Blow. Beaten to the ball. Here's Isabel. Antonia. Ball is in the air. Kajari. Ball goes out wide. Picked up by Pila. Sending it straight out to touch. And the flag had gone up already for that ball going out. That is the earlier opportunity for Bonolo Mukoma to give chase. And a little bit of a push that allows the keeper the space and the time. So here's a player grimacing in pain, just like Hanavi, the goal scorer. Got a beautiful equalizer. Bambanani Mbane.
I keep thinking Bonolo could be a far much better player than what she is now. She has the body weight. Use that. Use that more often, you know. Something can come up from that, and she's not taking advantage of that.
Well, Lonatemba Mhlongo in that midfield is a player for me that the coach could be looking at, as that ball is struck with precision and had a bit of pace. One thing that Casey has to fix will be is Bonolo. Should have hit it first time. Keeper was out of position. Magia ran into trouble, and eventually it's Katuta who hacks that ball away. That was a good transitional play. Ball knocked into the spaces. Magia giving chase. Keeper came out, did well. Bonolo should have played that ball to young Torisho, who had acres of space. Here is the captain, Tlalhla Mthandi, losing out. And a bit of a clip from behind. We get to see a yellow card for Tlalhla Mthandi.
Bonolo, her name keeps appearing in my Mthandi. That was unlucky from Tandy there. Yeah, as I was saying, Gloria, Bonolo keep missing those opportunities where she could make, you know, a mark and a name for herself.
Well, Nhlanhla on the receiving end of a referee that has tried to allow the game to flow with 65 minutes on the clock. That is the earlier moment. Magia, maybe also a different decision to loop the oncoming keeper would have been a better position, or pass it to the left-hand side, because it was the trailing leg that touched that ball, which was enough. Bukomo also, Bonolo had the time maybe to go first time as well.
Yep.
And just a few seconds delay, and the decision that is being made is a bit on the poor side. Well, Nancy Lebang has come on for Yvonne Cooper. Nancy. Here's Torisho. She's got a goal, is Torisho. Delivers the ball into the box, but Bonolo pretty slow in coming to meet that ball. Torisho, she's asked to tear down that defense. Picked up in the middle, Antonio looking for Bonolo, picked up by Lovisa. It's Coleman, has Hikwam. Maponya looking for the return, does find Cooper. Pila, who just stops Coleman in her tracks. 7 shots by Namibia, 5 by South Africa, 12 in total. Second half, definitely a different script for Namibia. Dominating and fighting for the first ball, fighting for the second ball. 3 shots apiece on target, 11 fouls for South Africa. Tells you how much defending there is on the field. That ball, elusive, goes all the way out for a goal kick. So disciplined South Africa with 2 yellow cards, Namibia with 1. And Namibia this time, for the first time in this match, are on the ascendancy. While Pinky, with the number of goal scorers that are equal, one will have to look at, to try and separate, we'll have to look at how much time did they spend on the pitch when they scored the goals. That will come, and how many goals. So stars are given for that, and then they determine the top goal scorer. But still, people at home will say the number is 3.
Yeah.
3. But that's the competition rules, and that is how it will pan out. So if you were on the pitch like Hanavi, that was a couple of minutes, and if she was also in the mix, she could have walked away with it. But, I'm sure the TSG is working tirelessly around that. I mean, we've already got, what, 4 players that are on 3 goals each. They've worked that already. They worked through the night, making sure that there's no hiccups. Sinekuku Zondi with the throw-in. Well, with this scoreline, should it get to 90 minutes and we still can't get a winner, we will go straight into extra time for 30 minutes, and thereafter we will have a penalty shootout. And that's a big ask of these players who've been at it since the 18th of February. Play a game, recovery the next. Sinegugu. Nonhlanhla looking to wiggle away. 3 players around her. Goal kick it is. Well, we still have Gabriela Salgado who could come in. I thought she would have been a better fit in the position of Mzobe. It's got Miss Coleman. Switching play to Kaijavi. Plays it back to Lovisa. Ball in the air for Juliana Blow. Maponya gets a touch. Here's the goal scorer, Hanavi. Picked up by Mhlongo. Bonolo asking for it. Holds it onto it a little longer than expected. Bonolo loses possession. Frustration from the Sundowns player in Magia. Player goes sprawling to the ground is Isabel Ludwig. A little bit of a delay in the delivery to the ball to Magia, who finds herself very often with acres of space. There's Ms. Khadebe and Asanda Khadebe. This is a weird change, but Asanda Khadebe, who is a defender, there'll be a bit of a shift. Asanda Khadebe, absolutely menacing. See a few positional changes. So Bonolo Mukoma, day is done. Turisho, Isabel Ludwig. Well, here's the goal, South Africa's first goal. It was a mistake made as that ball was whipped in by Zondi and finished off by Magia. And then it was an opportunity for Hanavi to get the equalizer. Spotting the keeper off a line. Homework was simple. And getting that ball in the net. Isabel Ludwig has come in. Khadebe. And I think what will happen is...
do you think there will be a rotation of players?
They will change a few positions. Yeah. Maybe reverting to 3 at the back, pushing up, or just tightening that midfield. Asanda could go into the midfield and join Lonatemba Mhlongo and Nonhlanhla Mthandi. So with Matthews, Asanda. Ball on the edge of the box. Played hard and low. Yes, Ms. Khadebe on the ball. Looking to take on players. Ms. Khadebe. And denied by Katuta to deliver the cross that was expected. Zondi. Ludwig. Zondi delivers a delightful ball. There's nobody in the box. Coleman has a battle with O'Malley. And that ball just ricocheting off the chest of Turisho. So the last touch of Banyana. Leslie Kakuva is loving it. It was never going to be an easy final. Throughout the tournament, we've seen very close score lines, besides the only abnormal one, that being Malawi and Lesotho. The other score lines have been 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 1-1. It's been pretty close throughout. So for regions, or for countries that are not busy with the development, this will certainly be lessons that are learned. We've got to start developing the young players. Ball in the air. Zondi hacks it pretty much high in the air to give herself an opportunity to just fasten her boots. Katuta. Nancy Lebang looking for the return ball and just not reaching the intended recipient. Pila makes that mistake. Juliana blow, but a good recovery by Pila. She had to ensure that that ball was recovered quickly. Isabel, and, it's a free kick. Second half has been tight.
Indeed.
Hadebe, who's come on, pushed out of the way by Hanavi. Free kick. Isabel getting into the box, looking for that supply. Picked up by Mhlongo. Player pushed out of the way. Kaijawi intercepted by Magia, but there's nobody in the box. Lonatemba. Hikwam. South Africa looking to press a little bit more. Turisho is left together with O'Malley to look after Coleman. Whatever that means, Sineguku's got a plan. Sineguku looking for a runner, and into the hands of Melissa Matthews. Extra time looming. There's still about, what, 15 minutes?
Namibian has to be very proud of themselves. You know?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, to get themselves where they are. And but also a great game that they're displaying today. You know, pressing South Africa, making sure that they don't play comfortably.
But remember that this is a bunch of young guns of South Africa. The first team who's preparing for the WAFCON.
Yeah.
Hasn't been part of the tournament, but has been part of the camp. That speaks volumes about the preparations, which have been in earnest. This being those players on the fringe. Player just pushed out of the way. Coleman takes it down, slows the game, looking to bring Nancy Lebang into the equation. And O'Malley has to deal with Hanavi. Coleman looking to return the ball to hit Katuta. Good ball. Katuta releases Lebang. Lebang driving forward. And eventually Isabel puts a stop to that attack. Here's Isabel looking for the runner, looking for Magia. Instead, South Africa too deep. The support up front is very slow in coming.
Yep. They find themselves very isolated, especially Magia, not getting much support as needed.
Turisho whops that ball into the face of Coleman. She goes down, but she'll get herself up. That's what brave gladiators are made of. Turisho is looking to loop that ball over Coleman, and goes slap bang into the face. Well, Coleman gets up rather gingerly. helped off the field. It will be a big blow if she's not able to come back, being helped off the field. Throw in for South Africa. Sineguku looking to find Magia. Torisho. Magia pushed out of the way and gets a free kick. Amukuto, who's left the field but is quite vocal on the bench. So Katuta has been fantastic for Namibia defensively. Sineguku gives another signal, something they've practiced in the training. Good delivery, ball is in the air. And Pila, who's in the mix. And eventually that ball as bubbles away, but the flag goes up for an offside. So 10 minutes to go to the 90. 4 offsides. Namibia, for the moment, are still down to 10 players, as Miss Coleman hasn't made her way back into the side. Tandi. Khadebe. Cutting in. Maponya made a run, giving an option. Delivery into the box! Keeper comes out. A push on Magia. That was a delightful ball. Maponya whipping it in. Magia pushed out of the equation. And the keeper collects. Zanata's back in it. Hikwam on the ball. Torisho trying to close down from the front. O'Malley. She does not have confidence in a keeper.
Yeah, sometimes you can't take that chance, no?
I think you also understand that she is a young player.
Yep.
You don't want to give them too much of pressure. That's the earlier move where Magia clashes into Kairiri, and she's asking the ref for something. And it's a throw-in with Katuta on the ball, looking for Hanavi. Well, that is Coleman. Maybe a bit of a crack of the lip. So a throw-in, Katuta, Ndapewa. Last touch coming off a blue jersey. That will be 8 minutes to the 90. You're asking for the players to give their all in these last few minutes. But, at the same time, being very cautious. Well, Zambia know all about it. Hadebe. She's come on and settled in the midfield is Hadebe. Good return for Hadebe in space. Magia on the head of the box. Lovely piece of play. Magia! Disappointment, but a good one too. Hadebe and Magia. And it looks like Khadebe is in trouble. Holding a shin. She can hardly move. This was a puff and pass into the play, into the space. Here's Khadebe releasing that ball, and what a challenge there. Should have been perhaps a penalty. Have a look at this ball. Goes in and clips on the ankle of the player. She knew what she was doing. Kairiri let off the hook. Zasanda Khadebe was stayed down. She'll be running rather gingerly on that ankle. Could have been a close call. Guys, I have to share. Pinky is saying VAR, VAR. I don't know.
I did it.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, we needed VAR.
A opportunity for Juliana Blow, for Memory Gonda to come in. Memory Gonda. She comes on for the experienced Juliana Blow. So Memory Gonda is the fourth change. Plays for FC Ongos in Namibia. He's played 47 minutes so far. She's got a yellow card to her name is Memory Gonda. That was in the group stages. O'Malley goes up. Peeler tidies up. Isabel gets her foot in. Delightful ball looking for Magia. Doesn't come off the chest of Hanavi. Peeler. Zongo. Maponya. Hadebe. Delivery to Magia. Mistake. Torresio! Keeper was alert.
Gloria almost had a heart attack here. Aren't you, Gloria?
Pretty much alive and well. In the middle of the park is Lona Temba Mhlongo. Slightly overcooked, but it's picked up by Maponya. Spaces are opening up for Banyana. Asanda Hadebe looks for Ludwig. Finds Ludwig. Gets the return ball. Picked up by Kaijavi. And it goes out for a throw-in. 5 minutes to the 90. Double change. It is Mokhulula. Nonhlanhla Tandi's day is done. Regina Mokhulula comes on. And Zoe October comes in for Tabise Magia. We needed a ball player. Zoe October and Mokhulula. She'll bring in an engine is Regina Mokhulula and Zoe October. What do you make of those changes?
I think Coach Desiree here wanted that depth, especially in the middle. Tandy, you know, she's gotten her heavy legs, bit tired, and I think yeah. So yeah, we needed more depth. South Africa needed more depth to push players to go up front.
Well, Zoe October is quite an intelligent player. She'll come in and give you the creativity. Pressing from the front. Maybe she needs quite a few more players to help her with the press, force the errors. That's exactly what you're expecting. Yeah, that's exactly what she's coming for. Very tigerish. There's Zoe October. Desiree is furious.
Yeah, that was a bit harsh from the referee there. Clean.
It's just coming from the side.
Yeah. I'll be furious too, won't you?
Well, the technical team asking the questions of the referee with 3 minutes to go to the 90. Quickly off the line is Miss Gordon. Sending another long ball as Hadebe. Just beaten by the bounce. Kaijavi sends it through. Peeler's got to deal with it in the air. A bit push. And the free kick is given to Banyana. Well, Isabel now has moved into that striker's role with Zoe dropping just below her. And you've got Khadebe on the left, Torisho on the right, O'Malley, Sinekuku looking for Isabel. Good release of the ball. Sinekuku is getting the ball into the face. Torisho gaining ground as Banyana, piling the pressure, getting into the box. So you'll have Isabel playing as at false number 9. And the support from Zoe coming in with 90 minutes on the clock. They've got 30 more minutes. Miss October gets the last touch. And that is the corner. They've pushed the big guns. Torisha not interested. She knows her responsibilities to go to the halfway line. Touch of the ball. Corner it is.
I see what Coach Des is trying to do there. We have Ludwig who can control the ball, but also just wait a bit for the players that are coming from the deep end to support her.
Well, that's very close. It's not what the coach would be wanting. People saying corner is a goal. Ball in, swung in, header from Ludwig, goes over the bar. Well, we have 3 minutes of referees' additional time before we go into the extra time as it looms. So, Hadebe, Makhulula, Torisho, October, and Ludwig have come in. Memory Gondo, Hekwam, Hanavi, Lebang for Namibia. Mulunga Lovisa, Hadebe, Mulunga. Is Hanavi. Hekwam lays it back for Kairiri. Katuta. Zoe did enough to stop that attack. Gets back into position. Torisho. There's Ludwig. It's Katuta. It's been 20 years for Namibia to fight their way into this final. Could this be the last tournament for Zanata Coleman, for Ndapewa Katuta, maybe even Juliana Blow? Zoe, Torisho sends it to Antonio. All over the top. South Africa looking to go route one. Khadebe, October, looking to find Torisho. Isabel runs into Katuta. Ball goes out for a throw-in. There's Miss October being held back, but still wiggles away out of trouble. Well, it's a throw-in. Intended for Torisho. Sinekuku looking for Isabel. Yes, Torisho. And a free kick. Lovisa just reminding young Torisho and apologizing to the assistant referee for that challenge on young Torisho. And took boots and all. Player would perhaps just close their eyes in that moment. Free kick to South Africa. They've pushed the players forward. Could this be the last action of this final, the 90 minutes? Could South Africa win it at the death? Needs a good delivery. Sinekuku delivers. On the edge of the box, Torisho. Ball in. And that should be the end of the 90 minutes. They have fought gallantly, and for Namibia to hold South Africa is an absolute moment to cherish. And they do go for extra time. Some tired legs, difficult to focus, but they remain astute as they prepare for the extra 15 minutes apiece. 1-1. Well, let's take a break after. Well, welcome back to the Peter Mokaba Stadium. It is an additional 30 minutes that will be played. 15 minutes aside. South Africa and Namibia looking for divine intervention. It has been a big ask. And both sets of players have given their all. And the coach there, Mr. Leslie Kakuva, just asking for 30 more minutes to give them a chance. Dr. Des also asking for an additional 30 minutes. Can the players go on and give it their all? That is the question now. That is when it gets to extra time, Ping. We're looking for grit, resilience and determination.
Absolutely. This is where teams show character, show resilience, show, you know, who wants it more. And I think the coaches have said enough, have said what they need to say. And it's up to the players now to show character and who wants it more.
Well, it is Namibia that will get us started for these additional 30 minutes. And the goalkeepers there, I'm sure, are anxious. They want to get started. We are waiting for the referee to blow that whistle. Antonia is last to take her position. Stopped in the tracks. Ludwig Torisho taking the players out wide as Miss Ludwig forced play that ball into the middle, and the last touch coming off a South African player. That is Zondi. Achulula will get a chance to stretch those legs in the midfield. Katuta to take the throw in. Libang. Zoe gets stuck into it. Is Torisha. Hikwam, Katuta, O'Malley, just not to do anything fancy, and gets that ball away for a throw-in. Ndapewa Katuta takes the throw-in. Hikwam looking to work that ball into the center. Maponya. Keeper gets a touch. There's the moment. Brilliant effort. It is Mamari Ngonda who gets the goal. They take the lead in the extra time. Mamari Ngonda, South Africa were unable to deal with that. And Mamari Ngonda, the final change that was made by Namibia. Hikwam held on to the ball. Katuta delivered. And keeper makes a save. That ball just falling kindly for Mamari Ngonda. She made no mistake. Here's an opportunity for Namibia to rewrite the script. Mamari Ngonda rejoicing, and it has been that ask yet again for South Africa to come from behind.
Yep, you can't fault Gordon there. She did what she did, and the defense were not there to defend that goal to come in.
Picked up by October. Hikwam is first to the ball. Pila. Katuta. Bounce of the ball. Keeper's done well. Couldn't do much with that effort. Intercepted by Gonda. She's come in, she's hogged the line, she's come in for Juliana Blow. Fresh ideas, very alert, very focused. Ball away as Torisho sending that ball to up in the air. O'Malley. Well, for Namibia, they've really played with a mid-block. Pushed up South Africa on the back foot. Two players going for the ball. O'Malley and Sinegugu. The tide has shifted.
Yep, we see two players now going for the same ball. You know, again, there's a lot of communication, you know.
A lot of communication as Hikwam brings in Katuta. It's losing out and players being asked to draw deep as that ball goes out from Katuta. It's a South African throw-in. Now the two teams having emptied the tank, traded blows, they still stand level. At the end of normal time, it was level. And they've matched each other stride for stride. And courage and organization and sheer will. And this COSAFA final refused to give us a simple ending. There's always a twist to the tail. Chances on both ends. Tackles shaking the stadium, and moments when each side look ready to grab it. For the moment, it is Namibia that are ahead, but the margins have been razor thin. As the story in extra time, it gives the advantage to Namibia. The legs are tired, the minds are tired, and that moment of brilliance from Memory Gonda just gave her the edge. October, Katuta, Isabel, throw in for South Africa. Player pushed inside the box. Referee is not interested.
Yep, that was easy.
But a push is a push. There's nothing that's light, difficult. We've seen some lighter moments in the box that have been given. The goalkeepers sprawling furthest away. She needs attention. And the referee calling for the attention. Rose Zimba of Eswatini. So Lavisa looking on. It was the throw-in and the push from Sanda Khadebe. South Africa sacrificing O'Malley and bringing in Gabriela Salgado. That's the last throw of the dice. Gabriela Salgado. So Asanda will have to drop in that defense. That is how she got injured. The pressure from Ludwig is going straight through into the player. You can see a long studs from Isabel. Keeper Melissa Matthews being helped up to her feet. She does have a heavily strapped knee, also showing some discomfort on the shoulder.
Not her intention, not Ludwig's intention to not to hurt her, I guess.
Goalkeeper just releasing that ball. It's played short. Maponya slipping. This is a haven for strikers. So Isabel is giving chase, the liveliest of the players coming on in the second half. Pila, Coleman. That is easy pickpocketing. Mahulula has come on, looking for Isabel. Zoe. Ball just not staying up for Zoe. On the back foot is South Africa. Hadebe under pressure. Hanavi just getting that touch and forcing Hadebe out of play. Well, a lot has been asked of these players. Salgado has just come on. She's been bundled off the ball as Hanavi giving chase. And another opportunity for a throw-in. We've had 10 minutes almost of the extra time first half. Lovisa, Gabriela, Memory Ngonda, the goal scorer.
You see Gabriela getting a knock there.
There's nothing malicious. She's going to have to get on with it. Hanavi on the ball.
Soldier on.
Looking for the players to make their way. A good protection of the ball, and eventually it goes out for a throw-in. It's taken quick. Mahulula looking for Antonia. And this looks like one of those moments. Everything favoring Namibia. Throw-ins, the last touch. So we spoke about luck being an important part. So Namibia are on the brink of glory at the 13th edition of the Hollywood Bets Women COSAFA Championship.
But also we spoke about the importance of substitute who can come in and turn around the game, and that's what we've seen with Namibia. You know, Havani coming in, making that effort, especially at the front.
Hanavi, Pila, playing rather dangerously in that defense across the face of goals. Anata Coleman giving chase. First to react is Katuta. She'll be forgiven by her players. Gets a high five and gets back into position. Absolutely alert. Can South Africa dig deep? Zoe looking to find Isabel. All being left behind. Kahiriri leaves it for Katuta. Zoe wins it. Isabel. And Katuta, doesn't matter how, doesn't matter where she is, applying pretty much the basics, frustrating South Africa in that moment. Zondi. Will helped on, here's Zoe. Brilliant piece of play, Zoe whips it in. Sells a dummy. Maponya on the ball. Here's Mahulula. Zoe. Player running into the brick wall. Here's Anata Coleman. She has two players to deal with. Hanavi with acres of space. The take Maponya is around her and looking to send Coleman on her way. Good take. As Hanavi, a slip at the right. Kusapila. Yes, Isabel. Shimmy. Isabel loses out. Namibia closing down the player with the ball very, very quickly, not allowing South Africa to settle at all. That has been the order of the day. Very compact, especially in the middle. Good take by Coleman. And looking to find Hanavi. So a goal by Hanavi, a goal by Memory Gonda. Hence you see the scoreline on the top of your screen with the Namibia 2, South Africa 1.
Yep, you spoke about that Namibian defense. They're playing low block. You know, they frustrating Banyana from making those passes. They have to come up with a plan.
Kusapila sending that ball route 1. Looking for Turisho, looking for Isabel. Glued onto your TV, glued onto your set, wondering if this could be the final result. While Namibia have got one hand on the trophy, can they hold on? And with no one giving them a chance, against all odds, they beat Zambia to get to this place, to get to the final. Kaijavi, Hanavi, Gabriela's come in, winning that ball for sending Isabel on her way. Keeper comes off a line and shepherds that ball. Goes out for a goal kick. So 15 minutes is done and dusted. It is the last 15 minutes for the two sides. The referee, that is Rose Zimba, will allow the break and an opportunity for the players also to get themselves organized. South Africa need to find that equalizer, failing which,
I think from where I'm sitting, I think Ludwig is doing a great job in terms of holding those balls. But I think if Coach Des, but this is me, if Coach Des can switch players, have Salgado where Ludwig is playing, because she's quick. And most times we find Ludwig running after those balls and they she's too slow. I don't know, Lulia, what do you think of that?
Well, I just think the support play for South Africa, and in those pockets, you need to get more runners onto the ball. You need to support the player with the ball. What Namibia have been able to do is when the player, when South Africa have the ball, they've got 2 or 3 players around that particular player and diffusing the next move. They've really played the second ball very well and not allowed any rhythm, closed all those spaces that were opening up and have really gone into a very defensive mode. And who would not? You've got the goal that you need, trying to catch them into transition, looking for that final ball. And should Namibia find the third goal, it will be game, set and match. I don't see South Africa coming back. No. But for now, there's still belief, as the brave gladiators have worked and believed all tournament. They've landed that big punch and they've added a goal to the goods. South Africa are tiring. The spaces are just starting to open up in the wrong place. Namibia pouncing, and just one moment of courage, one run, one finish, and suddenly this final is turned on its head. I'm sure the bookies were not expecting that.
After 20 years.
It is Banyana who have to chase, and backed by a nation, Namibia will have to dig into every last drop of discipline and protect what they have. They have history in their hands. 20 years is what it comes to. And this generation, with a 40-year-old in their midst, one can only but really compliment the coach. That is Leslie Kakuva. Whether the result is favorable or not, I think the maturity of the players he has at his disposal and the chances that have fallen have really given them that belief and that hope. Lovisa has been excellent. He's quite happy to give away another throw-in. Get to see a lot of the players there. Bearing in mind that in South Africa the Hollywood Bets has not kicked off, so the sharpness and the fitness of the players does favor the Namibians. Here's Torisho with a chance, and that ball will not trouble anyone for that matter. Miss Pila. Some smiling, waiting for that final whistle. Scoreline favoring the brave gladiators. Sinegugu. Ball inside the box! Off the woodwork! That was a close moment. And one's got to compliment Zoe October. She asks.
She asks, man.
Bragot.
Bragot, why?
And that was sending
the keeper
questions.
Was
the keeper was caught off the line.
Yeah.
It's Gabriela Salgado. And we can look at that over and over and over.
You see Banyana there, they're
and
like, oh God.
Everybody stood up. Bragot.
Give us this one.
Oh, that was pretty close. But this is why you love the beautiful game.
Yep.
And you cannot fault any of these players. They've given their all. The 22 on the field, plus those on the bench, have really been fantastic throughout this tournament. It's a throw-in, header away by Katuta, chewing precious minutes. And with Sinegugu looking to send another opportunity. Here's Isabel, it's a corner. South Africa camping in the Namibian half. Can the pressure pay off? Oh, you hear that, corner is a goal. Well, there's belief out there. Tanks are empty, our tanks are empty. There's the ball that comes in, good delivery. Isabel goes up. So Sinegugu with the delivery. And Isabel jumping highest. Well, a corner will be given for time wasting. A yellow card it is. And supposed to be given. There's a corner in a situation like that, unless it's for dissent. If it's time wasting, I don't think the referee's got it right. So yellow card for Melissa Matthews. It's just one player up front. That's Coleman. Pila turning in the wrong direction and eventually getting the throw in. No, it's not going South Africa's way. There's Pila. Zanata. Maponya. Sinegugu. Getting in the way is Isabel. And coming from an offside position and not interested is Zanata Coleman. Sinegugu sends it forward. Isabel will give chase and fight for everything that is on offer. Gabriella's calling for supply. Turisho. Hulula. October beaten to the ball. Picked up yet again. Showing some good feet is October. Another player looking to release the ball. Looking for the return ball. October in the box. Playing it through. That should have been the equalizer. Hard work from Zoe October. Not able to put that ball in the space that matters. You got to give credit for this run. Absolutely beautiful. Waltzing away. The return pass was flighted with enough. And for Lonam Temomhlongo, she knows that's a chance that's gone a begging.
Oh, Zoe, what a marvelous player to watch. The flair is absolutely amazing. She did everything right, by the way.
Kaijavi, some defending. Bounce of the ball favorable to Isabel. Sending Khadebe on the run. Skinning one player. Looking for the second. Goes down, the free kick is given. She's absolutely livid. And Agula Asteria, she knew exactly what she's doing. So South Africa have another free kick. Sinegugu Zondi is expected to deliver the quality ball inside the box. Pila's made away. So is Ludwig. On the edge of the box is Zoe October. Sinegugu delivers. Headed away. And anywhere will do. There's a quick take by Makhulula. Kairiri. Brave defending by the brave gladiators. Gabby wants to take it quick. October does well. Makhulula. Javi, Coleman, looking for that return ball, picked up by Pila, Maponya, Khadebe, Lonatemba Mhlongo. There's an urgency about Banyana. They know they don't have time on their side. Coleman, Maponya sends it right back. 25 minutes with 5 minutes to go. Can Namibia hold on?
The pressure keep coming for Banyana. You know, trying to play the long balls. I think Namibia is forcing South Africa to play the game that they want.
That ball goes out, and it is Gabby looking to find a quick pass, quick ball. Here's Zoe. She runs into trouble, Zoe. She just needs the support, and the Black Cats, Makhulula. That's a shot to choose the precious seconds. This could be the maiden title for Namibia. And I recall 20 years ago losing in the finals, and this would mean a lot to the people of Namibia. It's been years and years of football fighting to get the recognition, and time certainly on their side, and they need to keep it simple. Picked up by South Africa.
Yep, South Africa finding very hard to crack the defense of Namibia. They're trying those passes, but the defense is staying low block and solid.
So when one looks at the brave gladiators, they just have minutes away from the greatest achievement the women's game has ever known in Namibia. They've come here as underdogs. They've fought for every inch. And now, with this lead in extra time, they can almost touch the COSAFA trophy. Every clearance, every tackle, every second that ticks by is taking them closer to a moment that will echo beyond the stadium, from the Peter Mokaba all the way to Windhoek and to the villages and to the townships in between. Namibia are a few heartbeats away from turning belief into immortality.
What a moment, Gloria.
Absolutely.
What a moment for Namibia, coming all the way, like you said, 20 years. You know, it's been a long time. The milestone.
Absolutely remarkable. No matter who says what, this generation is a generation to be praised. Coleman, she would bow out with the most important trophy in the cabinet. Yes, she's played in Seville. Yes, she's played in Valencia, Spain. But let me just tell you another story about Zenata. Her grandfather, Johannes Coleman, he played for Namibia Pirates many years back, of course. She started playing football at the age of 7. So that tells the story of a family that has kept this tradition and kept it alive. Yep. So Zenata Coleman will most definitely, in lifting that trophy, which is about 2 minutes away, remember her granddad, Johannes Coleman. You have to dig very deep to go back to such. And it speaks to the game that has rewarded the Coleman family. Anywhere will do. Memory Gonda will live to remember this goal. Zoe. Antonia. Macholola. Pila looking to send this ball forward. Coleman gets a foot in, and a free kick to South Africa.
The pressure is on.
Oh yeah.
Zondi to take the free kick. She's calling her players to move to the left.
Yeah. It's sliding at a vital moment. That's Coleman, that's the only player left behind. And Maponya hacks it away, while the rain is threatening to come down at the new Peter Mokaba Stadium.
Maybe Banyana need the showers onto them to score another goal, don't they?
Absolutely. And Sineguku there is slipping at a vital moment. Well, the official time that has been added to extra time is 2 minutes. Well, we now would have the fifth nation getting its name on the trophy. Malawi have won this trophy. South Africa have won it 7 times. Zambia have won this trophy. Here's an opportunity for Lonatemba Mhlongo. Out to the right is Hadebe. Gabriela Salgado. Torisho in the middle of the park. Salgado looking to drive this ball forward. Stopped in her tracks by Lavisa. And that could be it. The heavens threatening to open. And Zanata. Ball in! Beauty! That could have been game, set and match. Well, it is. Any minute now, the referee blows the whistle. Full time at the Peter Mokaba Stadium. And history has been made. The final whistle goes. And the brave gladiators of Namibia are the COSAFA Women's Champions. They came into this tournament as outsiders. They came into this final as the underdogs against the hosts, but they leave as queens of Southern Africa, built on teamwork, discipline, belief. Leslie Kakuva's side have just produced the performance of a lifetime. They bend, but they never broke. They chased every ball, they pressed every pass, and when the moments came, they took them with ice-cold composure. From the group stages to this final afternoon, Namibia have conceded almost nothing, given absolutely everything, and earned every right to lift this trophy. This is the reward for years of hard work, for players who've balanced football, their jobs, their studies, for coaches and staff who've believed when few others did, and for a country that has stood behind them. From Windhoek to those small villages, look at these scenes. The flags are flying, the players are in tears, the staff embracing on the touchline. These images that will live for a generation. Namibia 2, South Africa 1. We'll get to see the player of the match after extra time. Still, Namibia had done the job and could not be broken down. We salute South Africa, who have given us this tournament. Let's go down to the touchline. Let's go down to Mbali, who will give us her summation of this match.
Thank you so much, Miss Gloria Brown, as well as Pinky, who are fabulous in commentary today. Drama, absolute drama, but history for Namibia. It's been 20 years, and what a story it is for this team. And joining me is the player of the match, and to hand over is, of course, John, a representative of HOLLYWOODBETS. Zinata, please take it. Congratulations. Just to talk about today's performance, it took so much heart from your team. What does it mean to win?
You know, the first half, we were not ready, but we decided, the second half, it should belong to us, and we came back, we made an equalizer, and then, yeah, we were back in the lead.
What were some of the adjustments that you made? Because you started well in that second half, but South Africa made substitutes and they started pushing you guys really, really high. What were some of the adjustments that you made, especially in that extra time?
We just needed to show more aggressive. We needed to keep the ball more, and we were back in the lead. So that's what it helps us more. And then we scored a late goal. So yeah, thanks to the girls. I cannot be proud of them.
Your defensive organization, very stubborn, and also just so compact in the midfield, just giving South Africa so many problems to go forward.
Yeah, definitely. We needed to, because we have been training, to play defense, because we know we're going to suffer, because Banana is so keep the ball in, and then that's why we are ready, yeah.
Congratulations, you've been knocking. You've been playing COSAFA for so many years, and you've been knocking, and finally, Zinata, you get it.
Yeah, thank you so much. It means a lot. Now I can say goodbye to COSAFA. And yeah, thanks a lot.
Congratulations.
Thank you again. Thank you.
Well, the coach did say that this is Zinata's final COSAFA. The 31-year-old is hanging her COSAFA boots. So you can imagine how much it means for her after 20 years to finally hand it to Namibia. Joining me now is Coach Desiree Ellis. Coach, What's your summation of such a long match that needed so much character, so much heart, physicality, everything Coach was asking of Banyana today?
If you don't score, you don't win. We had a lot of chances. I think they had 2, and they took it. And I spoke about taking our chances. We could have scored 3 in extra time, and well done to them. They fought, and we were brave today, but just didn't go our way.
Coach, the substitutes that you made, especially in that second half, it looked like things were slowly now starting to stable. You were going forward. Ludwig was getting those crosses. It just Asanda coming to stabilize the left. It looked like things were coming together.
Once again, I say we create so many chances. I mean, in the extra time, we hit the post. Lorna either side of the goalkeeper, then it's a goal. And we got caught with a sucker punch, you know. But, you know, they gave everything that they had. I'm very proud of the group. They were magnificent today and magnificent the whole tournament. And I couldn't have asked for a bigger effort from them.
Coach, finally, just your overall wrap of this tournament, the team you've seen, as I did say in the pre-match, that of course you are preparing for WAFCON, and now it comes down to you for selection. You've seen the players, every single player has played in this tournament.
Yeah, it makes our decision very difficult, and that's what we want, a difficult decision. But say thank you to the crowd as well. They were magnificent and tried to lift us. But I want to congratulate Namibia. You know, they took their chances, they hung in there, and they were resolute in defense.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, Coach Desiree Alice is saying that if you don't take your chances, well, you do not win. But she says, I cannot fault the players because they gave it all. Coach Leslie Kakuva, who joins me. Coach, in your first season here as the head coach, COSAFA, it's been 20 years, and you come and you deliver for this nation.
Oh, massive congratulations to Namibia. Tough match. We struggled during the early phases of the match, but that is understandable. Football consists of various phases. I think we come up with, we changed our tactics a bit in the second half. After being 1 goal down, we decided to, you know, withdraw 1 defensive midfielder, added 1 offensive midfielder, and then increase our confrontational line. And then it paid off in the first few minutes. We start to get hold of the ball, of the game, totally start to control the game. Yeah, you know, it's history in the making. I can only be proud to be Namibia.
Coach, I must take you back to when you conceded that goal, because of course there was that defensive error between the miscommunication between your defender as well as the goalkeeper Matthews. But Coach, the character your team showed to really calm down and to just get back into the game.
Yeah, that is in our nature. You know, it was a very, very cheap goal to concede. But then football is a game of 2 halves. I told the girls during halftime, this is what we're going to change tactically. But then I want the second half to belong to us. And that is exactly what happened. From the onset of the second half, the impetus was clear. The energy was different. And then, yeah, we cannot ask for more.
Coach, congratulations. Go join your team.
Thank you very much.
Coach Kakuva, very happy indeed with his team's performance. And rightly so. They gave it everything. The brave gladiators, gallant effort here. Well, we're going to take a bit of a short break and we will be back for the prize giving.